Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers and subscribers, at the channel we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because it saves lives. That is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives on this channel. We at this channel aid criminals, their financiers, their supporters, enablers, and the likes with a passion, and we do not want them over here. Yes, let us repeat ourselves. We do not want any criminal supporters over here. Please, we do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes, or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you, the criminal supporters, enablers, financiers, and all the likes, to go to prison or Maddens. Let me repeat myself. We at the Jamaica Young Police channel, we do not want the criminal supporters and their circle over here. We want you to go to prison or Maddens. Moving on to our video. Yes, those of us who know about Jamaica, some people, they comment, Mr. Porter, you've been putting down Jamaica as if we are some of the worst people in the Caribbean and stuff like that. Look, let me tell you this. I did not say all Jamaicans. I'm talking about some Jamaicans, not all of us. But whether or not you want to believe it, we as a people, and the thing is that Jamaican people do not like to hear the truth. And I am the kind of person that I will always tell you the truth. I am not doing things because I want people to like me. I am just doing things because I want to see changes in our country, our little island, where I was born and raised. When I was growing up, I enjoyed Jamaica, especially in the 1980s. I didn't have to live in fear of my life then. You understand? My parents, I didn't have to, move from one community to the other to seek refuge or to get any form of solace. So that is the reason why we here at the Jamaica Young Police, I will always tell you guys the truth, to our loyal viewers and subscribers and haters. And let me tell you this, most people, they are not critical thinkers. Yes, and because they know that most of the Jamaican people are slow. Yes, when I say slow, many Jamaican people are slow, they can't think. Not because somebody can talk, that doesn't mean that they can think critically or think independently. Because most Jamaican people, is what people repeat to them, that is what they repeat. And most of the time is not factual. So when you as a person correcting them with fact, they see you as the other. Because they don't read. Most of them don't read. Even the ones that pretend like they are intelligent. And intelligent doesn't mean that somebody is educated. And educated doesn't mean that somebody is intelligent. And that's not the first time we have said it here at the Jamaica Young Police channel. I want you to know also that we as a people, we Jamaicans, yes, we have been cultured from 1972 until today's date to be criminal-minded people, criminal supporters, criminal enablers, criminal sympathizers, and everything that you can think of, and beneficiary of crimes. That's how we were cultured as a people, socialization. Some of us, because of good parenting and we are from good background and good homes, we know that being a criminal is wrong. But the people who are cheering on our Jamaican people to be criminals are elected officials. Yes, like Mark Golden, who is and you will never see this. You will never see something like this with the other bloggers, because all of them have their political agenda, so they're not going to show you the truth that Mark Golden was marching with a known murderer, Danville Palmer. So because of that, they say that we are liberate, and we care zero about that. One thing we can say that, yes, even when we say the truth and the harshest truth about the labor rights, they haven't attacked us in any way, our credibility, our character, our reputation, because they are more intelligent people. And these are people who appreciate facts when it is brought to the fore. But the slow people, Now so they can't deal with it. So, we're gonna tell you today about a guy. Yeah, the man was sentenced to 25 years in prison for rape. Several rapes, raping many women. And the guy was pretty much saying, right, well, sure, that's easy. After 25 years, I'll come out. But I think that is injustice to the victims. We at the Jamaica Young Police channel, those who know us from our young police, you know how we treat people who are rapists. Yes, you understand. People know how we treat people who are rapists. Especially police officers who work with yours truly. So we don't have to elaborate in that regard, and we don't have to prove anything to anyone. So we just hope you stick around. Before we continue the video, like the video, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe. It's not gonna cost you anything. It's not gonna clog your phone memory because you're not downloading anything. You understand? So, serial rapist, you're looking at him right now. Davian Bryan has been sentenced to 25 years in prison for the March 2022 rape and abduction of a female student of the College of Agricultural Science and Education in Portland. I know if you remember, there was this manhunt for this rapist in Portland, and one shabang, and if my memory serves me right, even an innocent man lost his life because of this man. I don't know how he ends up in jail, but that's how it is in Jamaica, as a criminal's paradise. So sentencing was handed down last Tuesday in the Portland Circuit Court by Justice Vaughn Smith, who ruled that Bryan must serve 18 years before eligible for parole. Bryan, not forgetting the parole, man. Bryan was given 9 years and 3 months in prison for forcible abduction, 16 years and 9 months for grievous sexual assault, and 25 years for rape, totaling 51 years and 2 months. Yeah, so them said he's sentenced to 51 years and 2 months. However, the sentence will run simultaneously, meaning he will serve 25 years. Bryan, who pleaded guilty on June 22nd, 2023, was ordered to serve 18 years before being eligible for parole. The student was attacked by Bryan while walking her way to class in the early morning of Thursday, March 10, 2022. He forced her into bushes where she was sexually assaulted. She managed to escape and later file a police report. The police apprehended Bryan on March 23rd, and he was later arrested and charged for rape, abduction, and other offenses. In March 2023, he pleaded guilty to 12 counts of matters involving sexual assault about 3 separate complainants. That means 3 separate females. You understand? Meaning 3 different women whose rights have been violated and will have to live with that trauma for the rest of their lives. And the worst about the situation is that the rapist was sentenced in the St. Thomas Circuit Court, where he is to serve 23 years and will be eligible for parole after serving 16 years. So one court sentencing for this and the next court sentencing. I don't know how them have 2 different systems, and I see them justice system. So the sentences will run concurrently. Concurrent sentences for rape can be a slap in the face to the victims. It sends the message that the crime is not serious enough to warrant a longer sentence and does not give the victims the justice they deserve. There are several reasons why judges might choose to impose concurrent sentences for rape. In some cases, the judge may believe that the defendant is unlikely to reoffend. Really, this man is a serial rapist, So there is no need to keep them in prison for longer. In other cases, the judge may be concerned about the defendant's mental health, and they may believe that a longer sentence will make the problem worse. Or if you make the problem worse, when this man raped the woman, hey, look here, as long as this man in a prison, the victims will feel safe because they know that he's behind bars. I don't know if in Jamaica, in time somebody's been released from prison, they don't contact the police or anything like that, that the victims know that the accused. is being released from prison. However, I believe that the victim of rape deserve more than a slap in the face. They deserve to know that the justice system is there to protect their human rights and not the rights of the rapist. And the system would show that they are taking their crime seriously and to see the perpetrator punished severely for their actions with the harshest penalty that make their lives a living hell, and not like a vacation in the park, go to prison and have prison parties, as we have seen on the internet. Yeah, we have seen videos on the internet where our convicted criminals in Jamaica have a prison party. With buckles and all them thing there, prohibited weapons in prison. Because a buckle that's a weapon that can kill, you know. You understand? And them have it in there of prison party, I drink NSC. So I hope that in the future judges will be more willing to impose consecutive sentences for rape so that the victims can get the justice they deserve. Yeah, you saw in the sentence consecutive, a guy knows him get all 99 years, and 99 years we don't believe in a sympathy and them thing if you're not criminal and about, boy, study this and study that. No. A guy, if you know, say if you violate somebody's human rights, you know, your rights, you're going to lose your rights too, you understand? I just saw it up. We believe in a Eva Stevens, because what you have taken from these young ladies, they can't get it back. That peace of mind, you understand? So we'll continue the journey. So in addition to the reasons mentioned above, a few other factors may influence a judge's decision to impose concurrent sentence for rape. For example, the judge may consider the defendant's criminal history, the severity of the crime, and the victim's wishes. The woman them want the man for dead in a prison. Ultimately, the decision of whether to impose concurrent or consecutive sentences is complex, and there is no easy answer. However, we at the Jamaica Young Police Challenge believe that the victims of rape deserve to have their voices heard. And we hope that judges will consider their concerns when making their decisions. That rapists and killers are the scum of the earth. They are both criminals who commit heinous acts that cause significant harm to others. Rape is a violent crime that violates the victim's body and autonomy. Murder is a crime that takes away another person's life. Both offenses are serious and should be punished accordingly. You know, so as you know that we at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, you know, we have expressed our hatred for rapists and killers, people that violate other people's rights. And you know that we have stated already that we do believe in preemptive strike. Those who know us and work with us from the days in Clarendon, they know how yours truly deal with people who commit rape. I hate them with a passion too. I hate criminals, all of them. So that's why even with General Starkey and, you know, people, yeah, I celebrated when he was killed by Tony with and Trinity and the other police, 8 of them. Yeah, that's how we love when police kill criminals. We love Madden, you know, we love when time them got the departure of Madden. So we know that, yeah, them not coming back. And that one-way ticket, yeah, that's it, you know. Boop, Madden. That's how we love it. No other way. So, you know, some people say that violence and hatred are never the answer. But we do believe in that. Yeah, we don't have no sympathy for people, you know, people who violate other people's rights. I want to believe in a forgiveness when it comes on to people violating other people's rights. Or, you know, you done things to harm people. No. If we even forgive, we don't forget about it. And we still do believe that you must face a punishment for what you have done. Because people, you must respect other people's rights just like how you want yours respected. So, you know, we as people, we should strive to create a world where everyone is safe and respected, regardless of their gender, age, race, or sexual orientation. Yeah, so by saying sexual orientation, is that we're giving credence to any LGBTQ plus community. But look, you have to understand, you know, whether or not you want to believe in it, these people are here to stay, and there's nothing that you and I cannot do about it. The only thing that we can do is resist the indoctrination of these people trying to tell us what is up and what is down, and we know the difference between up and down. You understand? And if you don't know somebody who's gay or lesbian or whatever, something is wrong with you. Because every person on this earth, you must know somebody who does something that is out of the norm. So I just saw it go. Not because you understand what I'm saying. You know, see. So if you or someone you know that has been a victim of rape or murder, please reach out for help. Many resources including counseling, support groups and legal assistance. So just remember that you're not alone. Rape is one of the worst things to happen to a young woman. Yes. I had some cases of rape and, as a detective, and I can tell you, it's very traumatic for the woman. So that's why, I just hate when men violate a woman. I hate them things there. And I remember, I had a case. I had a rape case in which I don't remember the youth name. A year, decades ago, Chinaman, him come from Union, yes, and that youth, he had a baby mother named Karen. Karen was along with, Connie Walker, him dead, the boy there, you understand, Connie dead, Connie the same one kill me, but I just saw it one of them thing like, you understand, we do believe in preemptive strike, Conrad Walker, and Connie have a little brother. I look on the boy right now and I don't remember his name. But Connie brother was with Karen, and Chinaman was Karen baby father. And Chinaman had a relations, had a sexual encounter with her when she was with Connie brother. And their family had up something and I had arrested Chinaman. Chinaman said that everything that Karen was saying is lies, and as a detective I have to do my work and investigate and find out, and to be frank, Chinaman said something based on the investigation when it was completed. The girl, Karen, the baby mother, wasn't telling any lie. That child's supposed to be a big woman now, The child of Karen and Chinaman. Yes. And Chinaman's supposed to be out of prison now, because we get a nice stretch. He's supposed to be out of prison now. And, it was a rape case where, I don't understand how two people were together, they have a child in common, and then, the girl, and that was back then, a lot of people was trying, but because, I can't remember kind of brother. Martin. Yes, that's what is the guy name. Martin Walker. That's Connie brother. Yeah, Connie say want to kill me and them thing, but him run a Tivoli, and I just saw it go them thing there. So so Martin was Karen's boyfriend at the time, and Chinaman went to prison. So I don't know what happened to that child now, and how that child is handling what happened with the father and the mother, and how things work out. But that was I cannot make any excuse for anyone in the case, because she was out and over with him. Chinaman did have him little money and him thing there. Fair you to live in a union garden. You understand, that in a Kingston 13. And Connie them now, them people, Martin people, them have a little money, and them involved in a crime and them thing there. But Connie Walker was a gunman. You understand? But I know these youth from them young and them thing there, and him just hate me. Yeah, because me so pressure them and them thing there, I mean, I like criminal, And even one of them friend, Carlos Watts, he have to run in Bingy, and in the Arizona and make one, and he never come back to Jamaica until I had left the force and all kind of thing. He end up die too, And that was a rape case that it was just a sad case, because she said, Karen, she told me, that was off the record, that, if he did not use the gun, she wouldn't have any problem, and she wouldn't tell Martin, but because of how him do it, or him rape her and them thing there, because I tell her, when him stick her up, and say, hey girl, say, I might pee that and them thing there, and you come go on like, and she have a child for him, you know. And she said, you know, she said, boy, you know, Mr. Porter, if he didn't have to use any gun, if he had talked to me and, you know, and you understand, nice, pretty girl. And she said, if he did just talk to me nice and them thing there, she said, I know some have my man and them thing there, but you understand, but it's and that's a gun thing where I put gun in my face and I tell me about, if I look up in this and she said, boy, oh, you better you kill me because I'm going to report you to the police. That she said she'll tell him when he marry her, so. And then they think of the joke she'll make, so. I just saw it go. So we don't like rapists and them thing there. Yeah, we bonfire upon them, and when I go talk about the preemptive strike with them, and you understand, I'm calling anybody name about that. But we know rape is one of the worst things that can happen to a young woman. It's a violent crime that can devastate the victim's physical and emotional health. Rape can cause physical injuries such as tearing the vagina or anus. Well, it never trouble our anus. And emotional trauma such as post-traumatic stress disorder, that PTSD. That's how normally people in the military or people who witness horrible events, things that, man, see somebody blew up from a bomb on the body part, and that them thing they cause trauma, because every time you hear like a car backfire, you remember the explosion and things like that. So that's why people when they go war, you understand, those are the things that happen. So the psychological effect of rape can be long lasting, including anxiety, depression, flashbacks, nightmares, and difficulty trusting others. Rape can also harm a woman's self-esteem and safety and self-worth. If you or someone you know has been raped, it is essential to seek help. So, you understand. So, just remember that you're not alone. You understand? So, we can just give, we just tell her based on our experience as a detective and the training that we had received when it comes on to these things, you understand? And our thoughts on why rape is such a traumatic experience for young women. Rape is a violation of the victim's body and autonomy. It can be especially traumatic for young women who are still developing their sense of self and place in the world. Rape can lead to the feelings of shame, guilt, and self-blame. Because most of them, when a woman get raped, first thing I wonder if it's because I dress a certain way or stuff like that. You have some men, them just see a woman and say, some more want that girl. And for them, I don't know all them things, so I can't think how a rapist thing. Or you understand what I'm saying? Because I just hate them kind of people, believe you me. Me hate all kind of criminal. No if not buts. You understand? So, boy, it is sad though. You understand? So it can also lead to physical and emotional problems such as PTSD, anxiety, and depression. If you are someone you know have been raped, please know that you are not alone, and we said it already. Some people care about you and want to help you. Please reach out for help. The psychological damage of rape can be serious, even when it's only happened one time. Yeah, say I even, boy, honestly, I tell them, man. But you know what is, sitting here talking about it, some of these men, they're violent, so when them rape the woman, and you as the police go for arrest them, boy, if you use preemptive strike, because them attack you, you understand? And honestly, most all the time when that happen, the victim, them always, the women, them always happy say, the men who rape them, them get them thing figure, them reach a Madden departure lunch. So that you understand, that give them a sense of self-worth or safety. Say no, so him now come back and all them thing. But police have to use them discretion. You understand. But anytime somebody attack you as a police officer, as any human being, you self-defense and defend yourself. As we were talking to our man yesterday, attack say, we believe in anytime you defend yourself, you're supposed to take somebody's life. If somebody try to kill you, the only thing you do and them thing as a detective, as a police officer, I was never trained to shoot anybody in them hand, them foot, or any other part of the body. As a person who served in the military, I have never been trained to shoot anybody in them hand or them foot. Always, and they always teach you, shoot to kill, not shoot to maim. So all those fool and liberals, them with them crazy thinking, them need to wake up because this is the real world. If somebody try to kill you, you don't maim them because they will come back and kill you. Them try to kill you, yeah, kill for kill. You try to kill me, the only thing I can do is just dirt you understand? So, we'll continue the journey. It is essential to remember that everyone experiences trauma differently, and there is no one-size-fits-all answer to this question. Some people may find that the psychological damage of multiple rapes is irreversible, while others may be able to heal with time and support. Several factors can influence the severity of the psychological damage caused by rape, including the nature of the assault, the victim's personal history, and the availability of support. For example, a rape that is particularly violent or involves multiple perpetrators is likely more traumatic than a single less violent assault. So when I was a police cadet at the Jamaica Police Academy, in the late 80s, there was this cadet, popular, a guy we call Bagger, Bagger, it used to be three of us, Bagger, Dagbone and myself. The three of us used to, on the campus, you understand, walk on the campus. And to a lesser extent, read when I'm leaving the campus. Because Reed and Lodge, they were, wife, them have the same clothes, them everything matching like brothers. So so Dave Walters had in a bag alert had brought a girl from out of Spanish town named Vicky to the dam a Friday night, and boy them decide to run a thing on her. So you have this guy now, him is a lawyer now, his name is Devon Dagbone, him a lawyer at Westmoreland. And him went after bag of dirt and then go in there, and all of them violate the girl. The only person that were going there, it was yours truly. Yeah, because I don't believe in them thing there. And they were saying, oh well, boy, the reason why I don't come at you on a girl. And yet still let me have the prettiest girl ever that trade in school. You understand? I'll call her name right now and one and two little things. Well, the only person you understand? Because I don't, I am not just being, show off or anything like that, but that's the kind of person I am. So I just, never partake in anything like that. I don't know how a man do it and anything there. I don't know how a man does that to somebody. You understand? No, so, they're just a sick, them people are sick puppy. And in the long run now, the same lawyer, Devon Dagbone, he was saying that at the time that we were young and teenagers and things like that. So if you were a teenager and you're willing to commit rape as a police cadet, and then you graduate as police, you will commit rape when you're elder. You understand? I never partake in them thing there. Never ever in my life. You understand? So, and there's a video on the channel that I have stated already, who want to kill Chris Porter. So it's right there, and if you will hear that I have spoke about it before, because I don't like rapists. It's just me that I totally because women must enjoy them freedom. So additionally, people with history of trauma or mental health problem may be more vulnerable to psychological effects of rape. If you are someone has been raped, it is essential to seek help. Sometimes somebody you get raped and them thing, no matter who, you go and report it to the police. Yes, report it to the police, let them deal with it. You understand? No, but boy, are you afraid or this or that? If Karen did afraid, you understand, she would go and report Chinaman and them thing, and Chinaman are baby for that, but it's because of what he has done. That's why she reported him. So you have to be strong. No matter once somebody do that to you, you go and report it. You understand? So we condemn all rapists anywhere. We don't support rapists. Rapists are scums and parasites, just like killers. You understand? So it's essential to seek help. Just remember that the justice system can often fail rape victims, which can be a devastating experience. when a woman is raped, she has already lost much trust in men. She may feel violated. The woman is violated, and she's going to feel ashamed and afraid. The justice system is supposed to be there, should be there to help her heal and to get the justice. But unfortunately, this is not always the case. That's why, you spend time when these rapists spend time police, dirt them. That's why the victim them heal better, because they know that person is no longer there. But a different kind of policing now on them thing. Because if a man rape a woman on them thing, trust me, as me, I just madden, you understand? I just see it on them thing. Yeah, you get a departure ticket, and you go in a departure lounge. So the justice system is supposed to be there to help the victims heal and to get justice. But unfortunately, this is not always the case. There are many ways in which the justice system can fail rape victims. For example, victims may be treated insensitively. Yeah, because you have some police who are insensitive to by the police or the prosecutor. Yeah, because you have some police, when a woman get raped and come by a police station, by the time the police don't finish with the woman or woman, them not about to report it and anything, because based on how the woman mode of dress, police will want to blame her that she's the one that invited the man to violate her, in which that should not be so, you understand? But the police some of them they must be themselves, and them feel that them just being practical, you understand? But one must remember that not because a woman dress a certain way, and you have some police who tell the woman them straight up, so them dress like them a war. I just saw it, some detective, I am telling you. You understand? So, so the case may be mishandled, or the victim may be blamed for the crime. I saw some of the police them do it, them blame the woman, them say, yeah, you contribute to it, because look how you dress. Yeah, batty ride and all them thing there, and a dance in the day and them thing there, and really and this, and I don't make excuse for criminals. You understand? Period. So that don't give no man no right for rape a woman. But a woman must dress modest. I do believe in that. That is just my belief. I cannot tell people how to dress, but when a woman dress modest, she's not inviting unwarranted attention. You understand? That's me. That's how I see it. So the case may be mishandled, and the victim might feel like they get blamed for the crime. So in some cases, the perpetrator may not even be arrested or charged. Because sometimes all the police treat the victim say, hey, I'm not about to report it, because them feel being raped again. Because that's why them create, it was the rape unit, now them call it was Sisoka, but I don't know this one only by name. They used to call it rape unit back then. So when a woman get raped, that was before, that was later on in my career. Somebody get raped, them come, you take the victim to the doctor, then carry them to a rape unit, and they will take it from there. But I used it, and you saw life on it. Rape unit collect the necessary statement and then them send it back to you. I don't say the sense, but in my days I used to, that was after when them said them modernize the police force. But when we used to do all of the investigation, the result of the investigation would be much better back then. You understand? So when the justice system fails rape victims, it can be a very traumatic experience. It can make the victims feel like she is being re-victimized. It can also make her feel like she cannot trust the system to protect her. So we hope that the justice system will do a better job of serving rape victims. We hope that the victims will be treated with respect and compassion, and that their cases will be handled fairly and timely. We hope that the justice system will give the victims the justice they deserve and help them heal from their trauma. You understand? So, we as police officers, based on our experience as detective, dealing with serious crimes, you understand? So, these are things that was imparted to us as detective, you understand? So, these are some of the things that you can do as a police officer, or even a civilian, you understand? So here are some ways to help the justice system better serve rape victims. Educate law enforcement and judicial officials about the trauma of rape. You understand? They will help them to understand the impact of rape, on victims and treat them with respect. Improve the way that rape cases are handled. This includes supporting victims, ensuring that cases are investigated thoroughly, and holding perpetrators accountable. Create more resources for rape victims. This include providing counseling, support groups, and legal assistance. So you hear this part now. False rape accusations are a severe problem. They can have devastating impact on the falsely accused and make it more difficult for real victims of rape to come forward. Yeah, like I tell you, you see some woman wicked, So one time this girl, she was like 22 and she reported a rape. Say a man, but the man have money still, You understand? I mean, I'm not gonna call them name, the man or the woman. You understand? And she claims that the man raped her and this and that. She had 22, So when she came to the station, she said it happened like about 45 minutes ago. But it's her intention was to extort the man. Anyway, so you know that the doctor have to submit a report and stuff like that about the rape. So, went and looked for the man. The man was not home and thing and one and two little things. So when I received the report from the medical doctor, you know that nothing of the sort happened. Even the same underwear the woman have on, nothing. You understand? Nothing. Just wicked. Yes, lie the woman tell upon the man. You understand? It's a good thing that when I went there at first I didn't find the man. And guess what? When I got back everything from the rape unit and the lab and everything, you know what? That woman cannot be found to this day. I tell you, the woman who report the rape, that never happened, to this day, I have never seen this woman again. The address that the woman gave, because took her to, because you have to get her, and you have to, as a detective, you have to, certain things in place, and you understand. I am telling you, man, that was the first and the last time I have seen the woman, and trust me. So an innocent man or the man, reputation will be sullied by this lie. The woman was not raped. It was a figment of our imagination. The man knew her. The man said he knew the woman, but he had never even talked to her. You understand? And it was a form of extortion in the market, because people who knew her, they were trying to extort money from him. You understand? Because there was a girl that working in business and he was having an affair with the girl, and the man is married, so they may not try to blackmail him and say, well, tell my wife and them thing. So I know that, so them come up with that now. So they thought that now by reporting the rape, to the police, and the man will go to jail immediately, and from then now, them can negotiate. But I tell you, man, how wickedness that, but that's how it is as detectives. When you are a detective, you have to investigate thoroughly. So, sometimes it is good when you don't rush to judgment as a detective. So by doing that, I was able to save a man in reputation, in integrity, and in character, and shame him from being shamed to be arrested and charged for something that he did not do. So you have a lot of false allegation out there, rape allegation by people, and in some cases, false rape accusation are motivated by revenge or desire to get attention or for extort you. In other cases, they may be made out of ignorance or misunderstanding. Whatever the motivation, false rape accusations are never justified. People who make false rape accusations should be held accountable for their actions. They should be arrested and charged, and if convicted, they should receive a punishment commensurate with their crime severity. That means that the same crime where a person who commit the rape would get a same crime the person who reported the false rape should have gotten. Because I had tried various addresses where this woman frequent, but I wasn't able to arrest her because I was going to arrest her and charge her for creating public mischief, you understand, and attempt to pervert the course of justice, which is a criminal offense, you understand. So I make sure she have a criminal conviction. Never saw her again, you understand. So she just disappeared, you understand. At one point somebody said, boy, she run going to England and all kind of thing, but apparently she did not went to England in the name that she had given, because we had make sure do our due diligence as a detective to send, you understand, that if she was there, them send her back, prepare a warrant and everything for a wicked Jamaican woman. So whatever the motivation, false rape accusation are never justified. That wickedness that. So we at the Jamaica Young Police believe it is essential to distinguish between false rape accusations and legitimate cases of mistaken identity. Sometimes people may falsely accuse someone of rape because they genuinely believe the person is guilty. However, in these cases, the accused is not intentionally lying, they are mistaken. It is essential not to conflate false rape accusation with legitimate cases of mistaken identity. False rape accusations are a serious problem, but they are not as common as some believe. Some rape accusations are legitimate. I hope that in the future we can find ways to reduce the number of false rape accusations. We can do this by educating people about the seriousness of false accusations and by providing support to victims of rape. We can also work to improve the way rape cases are investigated and prosecuted. We believe that justice for victims of rape can only be achieved if we take false rape accusations seriously. We must hold people who make false accusations accountable and work to prevent these accusations from happening in the first place. We hope these changes will help make the justice system a more supportive and helpful place for rape victims. So as them say, sometimes bad people, they make it bad for good people, you understand? All God's earth, a woman just get up and tell lie upon somebody. That's why, look, as for me, I don't believe in women who do such things. They should get the full, when it come on to the law should work and punish them severely. Punish them severely for the crimes. Because false rape accusation is not only wicked and unconscionable, but it's deplorable behavior, man. Deplorable. The decadent. But not only that these people are professional liars, but these people are ungodly and they deserve to be in Maddens departure lounge. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out. Moving on.